Now the next one we are going to learn is properties of division. Okay. So the very first property is it is the reverse of multiplication. So what do you understand through this point, children? It means that it is just the opposite of multiplication. In multiplication, the number multiplies, meaning it increases, right? Whereas in division, it decreases. The big number, you are dividing it into a smaller one. Whereas in multiplication, the smaller number you multiply and make it into bigger one. So it is completely opposite of multiplication. Got it? The second point is, it is the repetition of subtraction. It is the repetition of subtraction. As I told you earlier that for a small number, I can do the subtraction and I can find out the result. Whereas if it is going to be a big one, I cannot keep on subtracting the number again and again, right? So using division, it is easy for me to find the answer rather than going for subtraction. Clear? The next one says that dividing the number by 1. Dividing by 1. So, whenever I divide a number, say for example, I divide 50 divided by 1. So, it will give me the answer 50 itself. Right? So, which means that dividing by 1, the answer or quotient will be same as that of a dividend. Okay? Meaning the answer obtained and the question will be same when you divide the number by 1. Okay? The next one is dividing a number dividing by the number itself. So it means that if I divide a number by the same number, I will be getting the answer as what? Will give the quotient as 1. For example, if I divide 50 divided by 50, if I divide the same number, I will be getting the answer 1 as my quotient. So when you divide a number by the same number itself, it will give me the answer 1. It is totally opposite of what we studied in property 3. Property 3, if I am dividing the number by 1, I will be getting the number itself as my quotient. Whereas in this case, if I divide the number by the number itself, I will be getting the answer 1 as my quotient. Okay. The next rule says that any number divided by 0 is 0. Suppose for example, if I divide 50 divided by 0, my answer will be 0 because 0 into 50 is 0. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0 itself, right? So similarly, if you divide anything by 0, it will give me the answer is 0. It is not possible to divide a number by 0. Okay. So anything divided by 0 is 0. So these are the basic properties of division. Using these properties, we will be solving the sums. Okay. So again in division, we have got two methods. One is where we have remainder as nothing, that is 0, and it is possible when the number is completely divisible by the divisor. And the second method is you carry forward a remainder. When the number is not completely divisible, you have a remainder factor. So we will just try to solve few of them to understand the terms better. Shall we proceed?